Said what?
There was like everything, buffet, cultural show, geysers, like a 3-hour thing.
Our chief lost his head. So out of revenge, his son, our chief, marched here with a war tribe. They went into battle to avenge the murder of his father. And short version, we won, they lost, they moved out, we moved in. That's how we came to be here. So folks, the geothermal valley is a huge area. Half the valley today is Te Puia. Te Puia is really an arts and crafts school. It's like the business and educational arm of our tribe. The bottom half of the valley behind the geysers is where we live. A little village where we still cook our food today inside the steam and inside the hot pools. We get to bathe inside the mineral pools at night time. So growing up, this was my backyard. I was very lucky. I got to grow up immersed in tourism and immersed in my culture. Because of tourism, we've been hosting visitors like yourselves through our home since the late 1870s. We've been playing this tourism game with you for a very long time, my friends. And because of tourism, we put our culture on display. So I got to grow up hearing my family taking tours around our home, sharing our history, our stories with the world. My mother was a cultural performer, as were all the rest of my family, and every day as a young child, well, weekend holidays, I would come running through to watch the show, watch my mum do the show. I thought I was going to be a performer. It was the coolest job in the whole world, having my family on stage, singing, dancing, yelling, screaming, poking out their tongue, and getting paid for it. Best job ever. So I always thought I was going to one day be up on stage performing. Was the dream. Turned out I can't sing. I'm a terrible singer. So now I do all the talking instead. But you are the reason why the Maori culture today is alive and strong. Tourism. Once they found a reason to leave the culture alone, because as we all know, part and parcel of being colonised was wiping out the indigenous culture, the very old mentality. Same thing happened here as well, but then they realised that culture could be used to promote New Zealand to the world and attract more visitors here. So once they found a reason to leave the culture alone, money, and that's okay. For whatever reason, I got to grow up in this. I grew up as a young child feeling very proud of my home, my culture, because I figured we must have been quite special here, why every single day there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people from all around the world coming here to learn a bit about us. So tourism, I believe, is the reason why we grew up feeling proud of our culture. You are the reason why we even have our culture. No tourism, I believe they would continue to aggressively wipe the culture out. But once they found a reason to keep it, money. It meant that we got to go up and immerse in this. So I always like to make sure that my groups that you are aware before you leave what your visit here really means. You are not just tourists, but you are more than just tourists coming here to do the tourism experience. The revenue, the income, the money that we make from tourism funds our schools. Tempuya is really an arts and crafts school. Our proper business here is actually education. These shows, these dinners, these are just ways to entice more people to come to make more money. But tourism, the money from tourism has allowed us to build our wood carving schools, our flat sweeping schools, our stone and bone carving school, and because of you, we get to offer every single year full scholarships to every tribe around the country. We bring in at least one member per tribe. They study here for about 2 to 3 years, mastering the carving or the weaving, the language. Once they graduate, they go home to their tribe, start their own schools and teach their own people what they've been taught here. There's no denying it, folks. No you, no me. No tourism, no culture, no schools. So I really do believe that tourism is the major reason why we have our culture today. So before we continue, I just want to say on behalf of all of my family this evening, from those inside the restaurant, those who work here, those that do the shows, myself, thank you so much for coming to our home and giving us the chance to share this with you. We really scratch the surface of who we are as a people, but hopefully you leave here tonight with just a better idea of who we are as Maori people. So my friends, thank you very much and kia ora. Welcome. I've just been asked a very good question. What's my name? Rob. My proper name, Ropata Pone Kiki Metatoko Iharaida Padu. Rob will do this, I think. And again, folks, welcome to my home this evening. So before we make our way over to the card meeting house for the cultural performance, I just need to lay out a couple of little rules. But from the moment we enter the house, that is the start of the traditional welcoming ceremony. I ask, can we please enter the house as quietly as possible, removing hats. Can we please remain seated? You can take as many photographs or video recording as you like, but just from a seated position at first. Once you hear the guitar start playing, then you are free to laugh and talk all you like, and then you are free to stand up and move around the house as well, once the guitar is played. Before then, if we could just be very quiet, hats off and to stay seated inside the house. Are we ready? Yes. You enjoyed your dinner? Yes. Who ate too much? Okay, good. Grab your belongings,